Fidel Castro, the legendary Cuban revolutionary leader, is often associated with a mythical baseball career. But how much of this story is fact and how much is fiction? The tale begins in 1951, when a young Fidel Castro supposedly took to the pitching mound in Cuba. The story goes that Castro, known for his fiery temperament, was ejected from the game on January 22nd after hitting a batter. Witnesses claim Castro's curveball led to a batter's bruised ego and a dramatic dismissal from the field. However, this famous incident is more likely the product of creative storytelling than historical fact. While Castro was indeed a baseball enthusiast, his skills on the diamond were far from professional level. Contrary to popular belief, there were no major league scouts lining up to sign the future Cuban leader. The myth of Castro as a baseball prodigy was further inflated by tales like the Don Hoke hoax. Hoke, a former ballplayer, spun a yarn about facing off against Castro in a pitching duel on Cuban sands. This story, while captivating, belongs firmly in the realm of tall tales. In reality, Castro's baseball career was more sandlot than stardom. He played in intramural matches at the University of Havana, but there's no evidence to suggest he ever came close to professional play. Baseball historian Peter Bjarkman points out that Castro's true impact on the sport came not as a player, but as a political leader. After the Cuban Revolution in 1959, Castro transformed the nation's baseball system. He disbanded professional leagues in 1960 and established INDER, the National Institute of Sports, Physical Education and Recreation, in 1961. The following year, Castro introduced the Amateur National Series. Under Castro's leadership, Cuban baseball began to reflect a new national identity. The sport was politicized and used as a soft power tool on the international stage. Cuban teams, now composed of dedicated amateurs, began dominating international tournaments, showcasing the success of Castro's socialist sports model. This new system became a beacon for other countries seeking alternatives to capitalist sports structures. Cuba's triumphs in international events proved that amateurs could compete at the highest levels, aligning with Castro's broader package of education and healthcare reforms. While Castro's personal baseball skills may have been exaggerated, his strategic moves off the field were undeniable. He ingeniously crafted a baseball revolution that won games and captured imaginations, lending Cuba a competitive spirit that endures to this day. In the end, Castro's true baseball legacy lies not in mythical pitching prowess, but in how he reshaped the sport to reflect his vision for Cuba. The legend of Castro the baseball player may be fiction, but the impact of Castro the baseball revolutionary is an undeniable part of Cuban history.